welcome back to another movie review. Oh my god, I have got to tell you about this whack-ass movie that just, I have no words for. I have no words. It is a Rankin Bass production, aka, yes, the same people that did Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer. Yes, the same people that did Frosty. Yes, the same people who did Santa Claus is Coming to Town. When you move beyond about those three, really, it starts getting weird. And the further you dig, the weirder it gets, especially when you start branching out into holidays other than Christmas that they tried to do movies for. I don't know why they struggled so hard every time they tried to do a different one. And they tried to shoehorn Christmas into the title of this one, even though it's really not a Christmas movie at all. It is very much a St. Patrick's Day movie. So, I have questions. I have so many questions on what the hell I just watched. So we are talking about the Leprechauns Christmas Gold. Just, title alone, take a moment to absorb that name. Just, let it simmer. Let it sit, let it cook. Now let me drop the bomb that Art Carney is the voice of the main leprechaun in this. Let that simmer. Just... You are so not prepared for the plot of this movie. I was not prepared for the plot of this movie. No. I've known about this thing's existence for years, but I'd never seen it. It's one of those weird-ass pet projects of mine where I want to eventually work through all of the Rankin Bass movies. Don't know why, other than nostalgia. There's a bunch of series like that where I want to go through all of them for no reason other than nostalgia, for nostalgia's sake. But this is one of them. And this one I have put off mostly because of that title. Because I was like, so is it St. Patty's Day or is it Christmas? I don't know which one it is. Is it both at once? I don't really know. So I kind of just would shuffle it off every year. Every time we got to either of the holidays, I was like, I'll worry about that one later. And this year I was like, screw it. You know, just in case it is a St. Patrick's Day one, let's just watch it and see what it is. And if it's usable, we'll review it. And if it's not, I guess I'll come back to it at Christmas time, maybe? I don't know. No, it's a St. Patty's Day movie, alright. So, the main character in this is a sailor. Because... Don't know why, but he is. And, basically, his captain is really hell-bent on wanting a pine tree because he has a Christmas tree every year and he wants a pine tree and he sees one on the beach of this island that apparently has broken off from Ireland or something. He wants that tree and he wants it bad. They're going to go park the boat. Is that what it's called? Parking a boat? I don't know. I don't ride on boats. I don't know. Whatever you do to go on shore, get that tree, and bring it back to me. Sounds simple enough, and at this point you're still thinking it's a Christmas movie. Do not be fooled, because no sooner is he on the beach. Yes, let that sink in too. This tree is growing in the sand on a beach. It's a pine tree growing on a beach. You can tell this is made for kids because the logic is not logicking. Anyway, so as he is trying to pull this tree out of the sand, which, since it's sand, really shouldn't be that hard, there's leprechauns coming out of the woodwork to watch. And they're like, but wait, isn't that the banshee tree? The banshee tree! What the fuck is a banshee tree? You're asking? Don't worry, so is I. Oh, they're about to tell you. They're about to show you what a banshee tree is. Oh, it's just a normal tree, but where they planted this tree, they trapped a banshee in the sand, and a tree was enough to keep her in there. I got nothing. I got nothing. Irish peeps, is there some legend I need to know about? Please, leave it in the comments. Otherwise, I am assuming they made this up out of whole cloth and were probably taking mass amounts of drugs when they came up with this. Given this was made in 1981, I can think of a few drugs off the top of my head they may have been taking to come up with this. Jesus. So, he gets the tree out of the sand, and the leprechauns scurry off to go hide because they know what's about to happen. And sure enough, as he pulls the tree out of the sand, this water bubbles up out of the sand like a geyser and turns into a screaming banshee who's flying around and wants leprechaun gold. Which, I don't know the lore behind banshees, admittedly. I know they scream and fly around and are like holy terrors. That's as much as I know about banshees, and I frankly don't really want to go Googling them and scaring myself learning about them just because this. But, regardless, yeah, that's the whole thing. She's screaming she needs the leprechaun gold, but she needs it by Christmas, or she'll be turned into tears forever. That is a sentence that just came out of my mouth. Yes, I meant it the way I said it. No, I did not just have a stroke. This thing is fucking bizarre, man. So, alright, fine. The main Art Carney leprechaun gets this sailor and, or actually, no. Backpedal a little. Even though this thing is only 20-something minutes long, it is so topsy-turvy that I already got the order of events out of order. So fine. I think he tries to bring the tree back, but banshee curse, and now something happened with the boat, and now he is stranded on the island, but he found, because of a rainbow, his way to all the leprechaun gold, because that is the downside of rainbows. They always point out where the gold is, which if you're a banshee is really great because it tells you where it is. However, I guess in this version of banshee lore, they cannot just take the gold. They have to be given it freely by the leprechauns, or by someone, whoever's gold it belongs to. In this case, leprechauns, but yeah. So as long as they don't give it to her, she can't get it even though she knows exactly where it is, and just hovers around all creepy-like and tries to trick the leprechauns into giving her the gold. And she can shapeshift as a banshee. Again, I don't know if that aligns with banshee lore. But the dead giveaway is always the tears in the eyes. You can always tell a banshee. I'm like, I have never heard of that being a banshee thing. I know about the screaming. Maybe they misinterpreted what banshee cries meant? I genuinely don't know. But apparently that's the dead giveaway every time she shapeshifts, is that she's always crying. Therefore, you know it's a banshee, because nobody else cries, right? I don't know, man. I don't know. They were really grasping at straws on this one, I think. So, apparently, like, the main leprechaun, the Art Carney leprechaun, he was... God, I'm even starting to talk with a bad Irish accent. I did not mean to do that. So, apparently, he is separated from his wife because the banshee tricked her at one point, and it caused a whole beef with the two of them to where they split after a huge fight, and that's the whole thing. So there's two types of leprechauns. There's the ones that make shoes, and there's the other kind of leprechauns that he came from that, even though I literally just watched this, I already forgot what the hell his kind of leprechaun is. But it's a thing. Yep. So now there's like the two tribes, and they're feuding ever since that. Never to commingle again, because one leprechaun split with another leprechaun. I don't know. Nobody said it had to make sense, but this is what we're dealing with here. So, the banshee tries to trick him again by basically poisoning his tea with something that will con him into generosity to give her the gold, but jokes on her because he gives it to the sailor. And gives the sailor very set instructions: do not give it to that banshee, do whatever you want with it, but don't give it to her. Okay, cool, fine, he won't give it to her. 5 minutes later, guess who gives it to the banshee? Freaking that guy! Because she shapeshifted into a young lady who was crying and had a sob story, and even though he literally just got told about the banshee shapeshifting and how to tell a banshee a mile away, he still falls for it. Yeah. Yeah. So, she is about to go get her spoils because he freely gave it to her even though he was conned, and it's a little late now, and he's running for help to the leprechauns. What do? I made a grave mistake. I gave it to the banshee. I didn't mean to give it to the banshee, but I gave it to the banshee. Jokes on the banshee because apparently it was too late by the time that she got to the gold because it was dawn on Christmas morning, which turned her instantly into tears, and that was that. Yeah. What is our takeaway from this? I genuinely don't know. I genuinely don't know. I'm not even sure how the hell one would rate this thing. I'm kind of curious, what is it rated on Letterboxd right now? Usually I'm good about rating them on there first and thinking through what I'm gonna rate them before I start recording a review, but I didn't do it this time, and now I am regretting my life choices. So, we're gonna check on Letterboxd real quick. The Leprechauns Christmas Gold. Okay, what is the average rating for this? A 2.9 out of 5 is the average rating. I believe it. And frankly, I think I would like to also give it a 2 out of 5. This was not good. It did not have the charm of a normal Rankin Bass production. Even some of the worst ones I have watched at least have some kind of a charm to them. This one, every single twist and turn, I'm just sitting here going, what the fuck am I watching? What the actual fuck is this? By the way, Art Carney Leprechaun looks like this. So, let that haunt your nightmares. You're welcome. You're welcome. I don't know, man. Oh, dear God. So, I suppose I could have just read the plot off of here. It would have been much more succinct, but it wouldn't have been as funny. But their little one-paragraph version, just in case I missed anything. Sent in search of a Christmas tree, cabin boy Dinty Doyle lands on a mysterious, uncharted Irish island where he accidentally releases a bad-tempered banshee from her pine tree prison. Leprechaun Blarney Killarney knows that in order to— Yeah, that's not at all insulting towards Irish people, no. Knows that in order to survive, the banshee will try to swipe his clan's pot of Christmas gold with some magical assistance from Lord Patrick. Not even St. Patrick! Lord Patrick. The king of the wee folk, Dinty and Blarney make a plan to outwit the gold-hungry hag before Christmas morning dawns. By the way, her name is Mag the Hag, so that's a whole problematic thing in and of itself. Thought that was also worth mentioning, just throw that out there. This is very skippable, unless you want something that is just so what-the-fucky that, like, I found it on the Internet Archive, okay? Just search through, either just search Rankin Bass, or search the movie title, and then filter by movie type. You will find it like that. It's the one that's 20-something minutes long, just so you know. But, there's a few copies, though, so it's just like, you can definitely find it on there. This is not one of their finer works. I know that they had some rough shit in their early days, but it got so much worse in their later years. Like, most companies hit their stride and get better the more that they make. That does not seem to be the case with Rankin Bass, and I don't know what happened. Other than just the assumption of, given the time frame, drugs. Probably. A lot of them. Because there is no words for, like, at least half of these that exist. We're definitely going to do more of these reviews. Oh, don't you worry. But, yeah, this was a real weird one, guys. That is all I can say. It kind of has to be seen to be believed for how out there it is, though. So, if that sounds appealing to you, knock yourself out. You know where to find it now. Otherwise, if you'd rather not sit there going, what the actual fuck is this for 20-something minutes? Skip it. And just, you watch this. This is basically the whole thing in a nutshell, almost as long as the real thing. So anyways, that is gonna be it for this one, guys. So as usual, you know what to do. If you like this video, go ahead and give it a like. If you're not already and you'd like to be, click subscribe, hit that notification bell icon so you never miss an upload, leave comments down below. Make sure you're following my social media accounts, my Facebook fan page, my Twitter, my Instagram, my eBay, my Reddits, everything and more, it's all down below. And if you like what I do here on this channel and you'd like to help support it, the donation link, as always, is down in the description. Get your name on the end card for a month from the time of donating. Anyway, guys, till next time, see ya.